you mind if we talk about your latest recording that has been released? It was released, I believe, in 2006, and it was recorded with other legends Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard, and it was entitled "Last of the Breed." I've played many songs from it on my show in the past, and will continue to do so. Now, isn't it true that it was released as an attempt to, which I believe was successful, to bring traditional country music once again into the mainstream?
Actually, absolutely, that's true.
And it was released on March 20th, 2007 on the Lost Highway Records label. But would you mind telling us a little bit how this record came together? How you decided upon this?
Yeah, to get all three of us together, and Willie picked it up and said, let's run with it. And we did it. We just walked in the studio, and the three of us started naming off the songs, and we'd do it.
Sure.
And it turned out right, and of course, Willie and I won the Grammy with it.
Sure. Congratulations.
For Lost Highway. Merle wasn't on it. I thought they should have had Merle there too, but they didn't.
Yeah, well, this of course wasn't the first record that you recorded with Willie Nelson. The first one, which I've played quite a bit of here on the station, San Antonio Rose from, I believe it was 1980, and that's just a fabulous album.
Right. It went gold in the first 30 days. That's the first one we did together. Actually, we got together in 78, and we cut it in 79, and it came out in 80, I believe, yeah. And
you also released Run That By Me One More Time about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Right, and we got nominated for the Grammy, but we didn't win it.
Oh, that's too bad. That you should have won, because that album was a fabulous recording.
They couldn't do that because Johnny Cash had just died, and his last CD was there, and he deserved it.
Sure, I had forgotten that. I remember when that happened, actually. And the 2-disc set featured, as you said, 20 country classics, as well as some new compositions, and also featured some guests on it. Chris Christopherson and Vince Gill sang Harmony with You on Heartaches by the Number, a fabulous version. And then you, Willie, Merle, along with Asleep at the Wheel, which primarily backed you up, toured the country together to promote this album. Would you mind?
Actually, the Asleep at the Wheel was on the show, but I had my own band along with them.
Okay, well, were they playing along?
Just fine. Yeah, my stuff is kind of difficult to play just right offhand, and Asleep at the Wheel is a great band.
Sure.
But it would have taken at least a month of practice and rehearsing to have gotten it down, because a lot of my stuff is written.
Yeah.
And they didn't read much.
Well, I was privileged enough to be able to attend one of the concerts, actually, when you came to the Opry House in Nashville. And that was significant for me, first of all, because I was able to see all three of you perform together. And but I did notice that though Ray Benson and Asleep at the Wheel were out on the stage, you had your 3 violins coming out with you and some of your other
I have 7
members.
now.
7 now? Wow.
And it works out good.
And what was also significant about that stop in Nashville, I feel, is that you brought country music back to Nashville. And the whole Opry House was packed.
Yeah.
And
they always will be. If you've got real country music, they'll pack it every time.
Sure. And what was really neat for me to see was all of these other country greats like Jeannie Seely and Tanya Tucker sitting out there in the audience watching the show. And that was pretty neat to see. There was a whole bunch of very distinguished country artists here, and you were elected to the Hall of Fame in 1996, which well-deserved. How did it feel to be recognized for your accomplishments?
I didn't think I was ever going to do that. I've been nominated so many times, I thought, beginning to feel like Susan Lucci.
Sure.
and so, but we got it, and it was just great, and I was tickled to death because my mother was still alive, and she got to see it.
Wow, that's great. And you have been named several times the #1 country and western singer in the world. Many Grammy nominations and Grammy wins, and appeared on countless different TV programs, including Grand Ole Opry Live, and even in the Clint Eastwood movie Honky Tonk Man.
Right.
So I guess we're getting close on time here. So I was wondering if you might tell us about what's next for you? You mentioned that you're working on a new project. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I just got through recording 12 songs of all my old friends that's passed away, big stars.
Sure.
And kind of a salute to them, and not tell everybody what the song is before I do it. I think it'd be a real good album, and or CD, that album. And it's just something I wanted to do out of respect for all of them. And then I'm planning on a new sound to come with again. As soon as we can get it all together, probably around December, we'll start monkeying with it to see how it does. If it goes good, it'll be a new sound compared to what I've been doing.
You want to give us a hint what it'll be like?
I might put some horns in the band.
Oh, wow. That would be unique.
Yeah.
Bring us back to some old Merle Travis style recordings.
That's it. Do some of the stuff that was so good before.
Divorce Me COD. Fabulous arrangement. But Ray, I'd like to thank you so much for appearing here on my radio program, and it's just been so great to talk with you. You're a true legend. You're my hero, my favorite singer of all time. I have to add a disclaimer. My favorite male singer of all time. My favorite female singer.
All right.
My favorite female singer, I have two, is Connie Smith. Of course. But I have to have two, you know. I'm not someone who can narrow down too well.
Well, that's all right. You'll be all right.
Oh, I appreciate you coming on the program, and thank you very much.
It's my pleasure, and good luck to you with your career. Just hang in there, and it'll all come out.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.